director of the film, Joachim Trier.
Let me also introduce my co-writer Eskil Vogt, I'd love to bring along.
Well, this first question that I have has to do with, this is your second film. So how different was it, as a process and having gone through that first film, all of those trials and tribulations and favors you call in, what was different about making the second film?
It was actually quite a different process. We spent about 4 years writing a reprise, and we spent 4 months writing this one. And there's something, but this was almost, in between we wrote another film that took a bit of time to get off the ground. Suddenly we were given an opportunity to do a film rather quick, in about a year. So we sort of set a deadline that we had to do a script in a short time, and we tried to use that to create more of a spontaneous creativity. I think we have a tendency when we write to be overcritical and reinvent ideas too many times over and over again. It was just a healthy thing for us to be allowed to do something in a shorter span of time, and also to, as a director, to more instinctively go out into a city that I knew and trust my instincts to make choices in terms of locations and try to, portray a city that I know very well, but also try to challenge myself to see it in a new way.
So did you craft the backstory in great detail first before you set out to write the narrative, or did you write the story and that narrative and kind of fill in the backstory as you needed to write the script? It's convoluted, but...
Maybe you want to start off by saying something.
Well, I should mention that it's loosely based on an old French novel from 1930s called Le Feu Follet. And so we had, what we wanted to use from that book was the general structure, the idea of one man going through this period of one day, going through a hard time coming out of rehab. So we had that structure, and we knew also that we wanted to do the film working along with families in the main role, families from the community. So we got involved as well before we started to write. So it became a backstory and it's an interesting process, very different from the first movie where we started to script perfect over several years. Here we have even the financing was beginning what we were writing, and the before we had written the word. So it was kind of a strange situation, but very different energy. So
And as you were writing it, what were the themes, what were the aspects that changed from that novel for the story that you wanted to tell? What was different?
There's a story told by a director, I can't remember who, which was about, he was shooting at a farm, and he was looking out the window and doing a dialogue scene between a couple that was quarreling. And he sees out in the yard that there was a chicken chasing a cat in a circle. And he said, oh, hey, let's, put the camera over here, film that, pull back into the scene of an arguing couple, and it's a perfect metaphor. Had he put that in the script, he says, the producers would, okay, how much it cost to train a chicken to chase a cat? Let's drop that scene immediately. I guess the philosophy for this film was also about having that novel, having that basic story, but also creating an open space for opportunity to shoot a city and to involve random chance in the process. So that, the scene where Anders, for example, is sitting in a cafe, listening to conversations, part of that is documentary, part is planned. We wrote a version, and then there was other stuff that happened, and there were some parts that were improvised and parts that were captured. in that way, it's quite different than just doing an adaptation of a novel. Also, I think that the paradox was through having this very kind of basic story from the book. We hadn't done an adaptation together before. We were almost, it made it braver to be more personal about all the other characters and to be able to change them and to open up to situations or aspects of people we know or our own lives and let that into the process. So I think actually as it turned out, the themes and the main character is quite similar in the novel, but I don't know, the city and our process changed it quite a lot. I find it really hard. I haven't read the book yet. I don't know what you feel like. I think we changed it quite a lot.
Basic premise from the book, and I think there's the idea of the long conversation with best friends mathematics is from the book, but we kind of even exaggerated that to suit our needs. And it's true what Joachim is saying. I think that it became strangely enough even more personal than what we used to write, because when we had that premise and we had a short amount of time to write it in as well, so we just had to use our own experience of people we know and like.
Well, the cinematography, the night cinematography is pretty spectacular. Can you talk about that and the planning that you did with your director of photography?
Sure. You mentioned the night. Yeah. It's I work with Joachim Trier, an old friend of mine. We went to school in London together, and we shot Recruit together, and we're very close. And we wanted this film to shoot it on 35. It made us feel a bit like dinosaurs today, because everyone shooting digital. But we still believe that the 35 celluloid image is the most beautiful one, and we try to expose make a soft image and have full exposure, no burnouts of the white, the highlights. I don't know. It becomes very technical, but we try to create images that had a richness to them. Try to approach reality with a more open approach, perhaps. With Recruit, we're perhaps more stylized about it. The night stuff, a lot of it is captured, and there's this rumor going around that 35 is so difficult in terms of light levels. I don't think it's true. I think it's just about people being overly concerned about having to see everything in an image. And if you're okay about darker images, then you can actually expose quite beautiful images at night as long as there's a bit of street lighting. And yeah. So I found that really like I don't know. And also when you don't have a lot of time to make a film, you become more bold. I think the production can kind of follow you step by step and control that you can do risky stuff. And at the end of the day, that's always a good thing.
Well, yeah, just to ask that, I think because so many people, nowadays when they shoot a night scene, they take great care to light everything, and you would never know that it's night. Yes, but it's such a great thing because then it feels so natural. And I think, again, that quality that you achieve because you have this character roaming through this familiar world on this journey, the lighting is perfect, the photography is perfect for that. So I do want to open it up to some questions from the audience.